Hi everyone, my name is Delaney Serpa, and I am very excited to share my literacy journey with you. I'm going to be highlighting three key moments, and those three key moments were number one, early exposure to reading and sign language, a Spanish class that I took for 3 years, and then a high school leadership class that I also took. And all three of these have played a huge role in my literacy journey and where I'm at today. So this first key moment, this kind of started off my very, very earliest memories, and they were all rooted in this story time that I had with my mom every night. Even before I was born, she was reading me books and continued to read me books every single night until I myself could read them to her. And even beyond that, my parents also taught me sign language before I could even talk, which I feel like gave me, now looking back, a broader understanding of communication and expressing myself. And I think that having both of these, they really lay down a very strong foundation for my reading and writing skills once I got to school. And then the next key moment was I took 3 years of some very structured um, Spanish class, and I was I excelled very much as far as like written tests and all that kind of stuff. But when it came to speaking orally, I struggled and I was very anxious about making mistakes um, and not getting the grade that I wanted. But now looking back, I feel like that whole experience really helped me appreciate now how difficult it is for English language learners, and it just overall taught me the importance of making space for mistakes and that it's okay, and that's all a part of the whole process. And the next key moment was this leadership program where I was giving presentations to the youth in my community 3, even sometimes more times a month, and this is just for me where I found my voice, and I just really built confidence in public speaking and communicating with others. And I kind of learned that language isn't just an academic thing, but it's more of a powerful tool to connect and use. And this was now even using in my own career, and I think this is where I kind of hit a turning point in understanding the value and the capital that I had for communication. And just some things that I have like reflected on and what I feel like I've learned is building confidence at a young age is extremely important. And this is something that I want to instill in my own students one day. Just really giving them the confidence to put themselves out there and to try and give them that real world practice and that early support that they need. um, and then another thing that I learned is that language is always evolving. You can always get better at it. It isn't static, it's constantly growing. And next is that every journey matters. Every single person in this world has a different literacy journey, and it's worth telling, it's worth exploring and sharing and listening to. And it's okay if one person's journey doesn't look like the other journey. So for my artistic representation, I chose to do this collage. That's like a kind of like a booklet or a trifold where I took all these pieces from a magazine and placed them together to kind of create different phrases that reflected that key moment. Um, and each piece for me, the representation of it is that just like each piece of this kind of comes together. It's just like pieces of my life that have come together to kind of create my entire journey. And some of the things that I pasted together was mom and dad read me real and imagined stories. And then another one is trying new things, unexpected growth, promises a whole new world. And some for the last one was today create more dreams, inspirational, you belong, power, ensure confidence. And this just overall reflects my entire journey. And I feel like it perfectly kind of like encapsulates all these key pieces and moments that have been in my journey. And to kind of connect back to our course and what I've learned over this time, some things that I've made connections to is this idea of linguistic capital, and using your linguistic capital um, to really change this next generation of students. And the knowledge and skills that are gained through communication is often overlooked. And I think my use of sign language and bilingual efforts are also examples of this. Um, and another connection I made was just multimodal communication. So, not just asking students to orally speak or to just always write, but really allowing them to express themselves in whatever way that they want, and just something more than just speech, which is more traditionally what we know in a classroom. And then some of what I want to use in my own classroom one day is I really just want my students to feel safe exploring language, and I want to encourage mistakes as part of the learning process and embracing them. And they're not mistakes, they're just more of what one of my teachers called beautiful oops. Um, and I just want to encourage students, instill the confidence in them to find their voice in whatever that means, and just really encouraging them to, whether it is through speech, writing, gestures, art, whatever it is, I want them to find this empowerment in their voice. And I found that, and so I just really want to encourage my students to do the same as well. And just to kind of wrap up all my final thoughts, like I said earlier, every student has a story that's worth sharing. And even my own language journey is still unfolding and it's still ever evolving, but I've learned how powerful language can be, and that every student really just deserves a chance to build their voice and build their confidence just like I did. So, thank you so much for watching.